For me, I realized coming out of summer, like, I don't know what it is about September and August, but they're kind of like slumpy months for me, especially like mindset wise. And so what I found is I found a lot of clarity in what I need to be doing for myself with my fitness to get the best results, to be a product of the product. Because with Lift 4, I let myself be way too lenient, like with the program. And I realized that I have to just go back to basics and what's worked for me so much. So I recommitted to doing Insanity Max 30 and getting a six pack again, because I got the best results that I ever got in my entire freaking life when I did it a year and a half ago. And it also was the program that inspired me to go diamond, and it just did it for me. And so I'm really going through this phase of like really wanting to lean into my personal journey. And also I've come to realize that my leaders that I have that got me to this point in my business this year to 3-star, they're not going to be the same people who are going to get me to 5. Like, I want them to be the same people to be here for 5-star, you know, and 6-star and you know, everything that comes after that. But the reality is that I have to start finding more new leaders. I have to be bringing on more new blood on my team. And I had this big moment like in August where I just told myself, if this is going to happen, if it's to be, then it's up to me. So I have to focus on bringing in new blood, really focusing on my challenge group, like just getting my personal numbers up, because there's nothing else that I can really do for anybody else on my team. Like, I feel like I do so much for them already. So I'm just letting go of all of that, focusing on me, still supporting my team where they need to be and doing the things that I'm doing already, but I'm not going to be pouring into like this huge bowl that isn't getting refilled. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I need to make sure that I'm getting the best results that I possibly can and dealing with my ish so that I can help other people and inspire more new people who will be my diamonds next year, if not before the end of the year. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But that's what my game plan is. Get a freaking six-pack for Christmas and crush Transform 20 in December. So.
I just want to say preach, right? I started the recording late, so it started on you, Ellen, and this passion, which is really, really great. And I love that you're going back. I will tell you, that's the one program that I was like, oh, I hate this program. Like, I think I'm just a weights girl. Yeah, me hopping around is just, I don't know. Anyways, so when you said that, I'm like, wow, like, that's amazing. And I challenge all of you, if you're missing your fun and your passion right now, go back to your soulmate workout. And I will share with you, Julie Boris actually spoke to my 5 to 8s today. I'm going to share it with you because she's the same way. It's like, when I feel like I'm in a funk, I go turn on Shanti. It's like, you know, and then just getting that passion, that fun back. So I love that, Ellen. Preach, mamacita. Who else? I mean, I kind of reiterate what we're talking about, but just 90 days until the end of the year. Oh, it's like it's a little bit longer. It's like 94 days until Christmas. That puts it into perspective. I know. So right now is your opportunity to reverse engineer the goals that you set for the beginning of the year, and then also help individuals who were working towards big things at the beginning of the year that have not finalized that yet. So if you think about it, you're a one-stop shop, nutrition, fitness, and obviously paying debts off, et cetera, et cetera. Alicia, go.
So I just want to piggyback on what Ellen said, because I was in the exact same place. Lift 4 was not my program. Like, total respect for Joel, and it worked for so many of my coaches and customers. They loved it. It was so not for me. And so the last month I finished it because I'm like, I have to finish it. But as a result, sort of my mindset, my nutrition, everything kind of went to total crap in this past month. And then I was really debating the same thing. Like, what do I do? We have Shift Shop coming up. I should do Shift Shop, blah, blah, blah. And then, like you said too, Ellen, I was like, okay, I need to go back to what I love, what really got me results. And that was 80-day obsession. Like, when I did my first round in January, I had like the best results ever. My business exploded. It was amazing. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going back to 80-day obsession. So I started it on Monday, and already it's like, like I love it. So I'm doing that same thing, refocusing on my own health and fitness. And then now that my children are back in school and I'm not a hot mess, I'm like really focusing in on my team who are actually building and really working with them one-on-one and helping them get to diamond by the qualification date, because I know it's like elite and 5-star are so right there and so close, and we can just get want more diamonds. So just really focusing and really working really intentionally with the people who are actually showing up and stopping chasing all the people who are not, which I've been wasting so much time on, you know? And then, like you said too, Ellen, going out and finding new, strong builders. So I've really been diving into Instagram in that way, and inviting a lot of people to the coaching opportunity. So we'll see how that goes, but that's really what my focus is on this in these next couple months.
Perfect. I'm hearing a theme and I like it. What else? Hey, and starting fresh, starting new. I know Melissa's kind of going through that right now, and I love, not to call you out, I'm not going to say what it's about, don't worry, but we're all starting something new and fresh, right? And I would just say, you know, this is your opportunity to put your spin on it, to make it your own. And when I talk to leaders at the beginning of the year, so January 2019, and they say, I can't wait to get all these things organized. My hair, I just want to pull up my hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, you are missing the boat. So do it now. Figure out what those are. And if you're feeling that lull in your business, it's your opportunity to take a look at, okay, where do I greatly need to focus? I know this call that Julie, I'm going to share it with you ladies afterwards. Listen to that. I'll freaking fire you up. It fired me up. I love those. So what else? Jade, I'm going to call it out to you. Now that you're married, oh, Emily, go. You unmuted, and then Jade, you're going to go after her because now she's newly married. She has new visions, new plans. I want to hear from you too. Okay, Em, go.
Okay. So I am focusing on Lift 4. It has been great for my team. I've loved it as a busy mom. I feel like then adding in like other workouts with BOD has been really fun. So we're focusing on that. I had stopped doing calls for my team, like weekly calls, because I felt like no one cared and they weren't showing up, and I felt like it was a time waster. And we have such great calls with my upline that I was like, they can just get on that. But then I felt a shift happen. And I think it was probably like some new coaches come in that actually are hungry. And I realized I want them to have that intimate feel. So I've gotten back to weekly calls, but I've also started teaming up with 2 other ladies. And that's been just really powerful to put our teams together and kind of them hear the same thing, but from a different coach. So that's been awesome. They're excited about that. And I'm also running we're calling it a rock star mentorship intensive. So basically a diamond dash, except we're really taking a more like one-on-one approach. Because I feel like I've had all these people just in my downline say, I want to be diamond, or I want to build a strong business. And so we're having them fill out a tracker every day. In order to get a one-on-one call each week with me, they have to have their tracker filled out. It's really like it's almost like a coach basics, like taking them back to the basics, because I have a lot of brand new coaches in there, but also coaches that have been around for a year or 2. And it's going really well so far. So I'm excited. And I think also just focusing on continuing to recruit and help my coaches talk more about the business. So we are setting ourselves up for a strong finish to the year, but also obviously a strong start. So
good. No, that's so good. I'm just proud of you for getting back on them and doing calls. It's hard, especially when you're like, does anybody care? You know, and maybe it will get to the point where some of them you start doing some power hours, or just, you know, things that will help them to instill belief and standards within their business. But I'm proud of you because that's hard to stop it and be like, okay, going vulnerable, giving them my all again. Are they going to show up? So I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Jade, I called you out. I feel like I kind of need you to speak now.
No, that's okay. For me, I mean, I feel like for social media, my entire last 6 months has been like targeted towards people that were engaged and sweating for the wedding and stuff like that. So I'm transitioning a little bit, and really just continuing to dial in my fitness and nutrition, and not like letting it backslide at all through the holidays. I started my fitness journey in the middle of like October. So I really try to run with that every year and just show people like you absolutely can see results through the holidays. So I'm really running with that. My team is doing Lift 4 again, the majority of the team at least. As for like our diamond runners, we have an elite tracker that I just use like a Google sheet for, and I have like and I can share it, but I basically have like little spots where I fill in when they have all their active coaches on each leg, when they have their diamonds, and I have in red what they still need. So it's really nice for me to be able to see just the runners, what they still need for their diamond team. And we track that every single week, like within a chat box. I do weekly calls with them that I need to get a lot more consistent with. The last month has been a little bit chaotic. And then we're doing like a diamond push group. Last time we did this group, it's me and my upline and then her other 2-star coach that we're running it together. Last time we did it, we produced 9 diamonds. So we're going to do that again starting next week. So hopefully that helps a lot. And then heavily training on social media. I feel like, I don't know. Right now my team's kind of going through a phase that their social media is just very subpar. So we are focusing a lot on that and just treating it like a business, and hopefully that'll help not only the ones pushing for diamond, but also brand new coaches coming in as well.
Awesome. You rock. Thank you so much. I love the focus on that you can still get results in this time of year. And then I would just ask, anything that obviously is working, just to share. I mean, if you have anything that you would like, the social media on fleek, I think that is the first time I've ever used that term, but just let us know what it is. And Christine, can I just say, he is so freaking cute. He's just there. Oh my gosh. Okay. No, this is really, really, really good. What about, ladies, what else? So plans, I mean, have you started to think about next quarter? It's kind of weird. I know it's September 18th. Yeah. Nina, go.
Okay. So, I've kind of I feel like we've had so much training and so many amazing calls, and I've kind of been just taking it all in and figuring out a way to morph it and make it mine. So instead of feeling like, okay, I need to do this and I need to do that, it's just kind of taking a step back and absorbing it and really finding my voice and my identity through it all. So what I have going on, I'm doing something on the challenger side and then something for my coaches, but I'm doing it completely inspired by Rachel Hollis. And she does this, last 90 days challenge. And what it is it takes 21 days to make or break habits. And then it takes 90 days to completely change your life. So I'm playing off of that. And that's what I'm doing as my challenge group, because I think so many people through the holidays, they want to let go of health and fitness or use the holidays as their excuse. But I think any change that you make in your life has to start with health and fitness. So I'm doing a themed 3-month-long challenge group around that. We're going to start with a 21-day program, and I'm going to do an assessment for them. So, and then I'm going to assign them one of the 21-day programs, one being Shift Shop. And then from there, I'm going to recommend Lift 4 be the program that they do for November and December through the holidays, because I think it gives enough flexibility for that. So, but with that, we're going to do a weekly call, because I think it's important to, just with the holidays and especially on social media, it's always the highlight reel. And the holidays can suck. And we can pretend how amazing they are, but you deal with guilt, you deal with stress, you deal with all of this. So we're going to work on taking it one day at a time to do massive changes, mentally, physically, and spiritually through those 90 days. So that's what I'm doing on the challenger side. And I feel it's, you hear all the time, the struggle of, what do I market now? And, it's great that we have all these new programs, but how do I market it? And you guys saying, I tried it, it wasn't for me, I'm going back to this, but I feel the pressure. And I think it's just more telling us you, market you. And I think Ashley Molstad, I just listened to the Fit and Funky call right before this, and she says it so well. She doesn't market Beachbody, she markets her. And I think that's what this 90-day challenge is allowing me to do. It's allowing me to market myself. And then Beachbody is that tool that I use. So I'm doing that on the challenger side. And then I'm taking the same philosophy and doing it with my coaches too. So kind of going off of last week's call, I'm starting off by saying we've got 3 months left in this year. Who wants to work? And all the people that are willing to work, that want to work, we're going to do a last 90-day challenge. And we talked a little bit about it on my team call this week, but it's just the work that we do now like, it's not about helping the people right now, but this is the momentum that we're going to build when January picks up. And like, you want people to think of you. So we're going to go through, and the expectation for that is that in the first month they become Emerald. And if they're already Emerald, then they add 2 more coaches. The second month of it is to build their way to Diamond or beyond Diamond if they're already Diamond. And then that third month is to lock that next rank. So whether it's either going to be Diamond or 1-star or whatever. And they will have to submit the trackers to me weekly. And once they stop showing up, like, they're just going to end up, like, get kicked out of the group in a graceful way. But that's kind of like what I'm focusing on. And I think it's just really on social media, it's finding those builders and attracting those builders, and not saying like, I'm going to do it when the new year starts, but like, I'm recruiting as heavily as possible now, because I want next year, like, let's just start in January and just run with everybody that we build now. So that's kind of where my focus is.
Boom. I want to like say preach and boom, and that's really, really good. I love the game plan, and I think you are so right. It's so hard. Like, okay, I have to sum up 2018, but what you do, the work you do right now creates 2019. So this is so good. Nina, what was that Rachel Hollis train that you were talking about though? What's the specific name?
So it's called the Last 90 Days Challenge. It's a free training that she gives, and it's through email. So if you go onto her, I think it's in the link in her bio on her Instagram. And it starts October 1st, and she sends an email out with like a different focus every week.
I'm actually going to do that.
Yeah.
I like
She did it last year. And when you sign up, she sends some of the videos out from last year, so you can kind of get a feel for what it is. I think it'll be awesome.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. And if you haven't even thought about next quarter yet, you're okay. You're not behind the boat. You have time to do so. Obviously, I want you to finish September strong and really, set the pace and the precedence of what you're working towards and why. But I would say it's your opportunity, once again, take out the calendars, that marketing plan, that 90-day marketing plan that Melanie Mitro says so vividly and so well, and map it out. And if it does not make sense right now, we were talking about, shift shop. If it doesn't make sense, make it make sense eventually. And I say that because you are the master. You are the one with all the answers, meaning one day you need to, because I could go through my docket, my library, and be like, yep, that's a program. I know exactly what every program entails. Does every program for me? No, not at all. But I know what ones I really like and what ones work for my body, and, and so on and so forth. And so you're just adding to your library. I feel like we're all on the same page with this, though. It's really good. Okay. What else? Solve world peace. Cool. Shannon, go.
I'm excited. I'm going to do a client appreciation night, and we're going to celebrate the successes locally, give them flowers and certificates, and dress up and just have like a fun appreciation night, because I've done like fit clubs and Shakeology tasting or whatever, but I wanted to try something new. So anyone that bought anything, even if it was like a 1/4 Beachbody on demand thing, like if they bought anything from me in the last 4 years locally, just want to try out this appreciation night. So I'm excited about that. It's in a couple weeks. And then also launching a new blog. I've done 2 different blogs since I started coaching almost 7 years ago this December. And so I'm excited to rebrand. And so I'm launching that. And our team is doing Lift 4, like Heather said, just really sticking to Lift 4. It's been working awesome. We've gotten amazing results. So that's been really cool, and we're going to focus on that. Another cool thing that we started is text messages. So we're running the challenges together, like the paid challenges together, but then we're doing daily text messages. And it's just a really simple, duplicatable thing. Like when a new coach starts, they don't have to feel like they have to run a challenge group, but they can take ownership. And so I started doing it, and like my personal volume's been going up a lot, and like people have become coaches and, you know, upgraded to coach and wanted to buy more things, and just the relationship's been stronger. And so basically I just set it up like, okay, if you want to get the full coaching program, then you can get the challenge pack, everything, and then you get these daily texts. And so if they just want Beachbody on demand, or if they want to order one time, then they get the challenge group, but they don't get the daily text. And so like the daily text is just, I mean, I just put my food and I put like, you know, I'm having Energize, Recover, like the Beach Bar, like I'm saying all these things, and then they're saying, oh, what's that? What's that? And for some reason, the daily text has been working better than like the challenge group, because they don't check the challenge group all the time, but they check the daily text. So I organized it into time zone, and I'm doing it like these daily texts within time zones. And it's been awesome. And so I'm just working on duplicating that with my team and just saying, okay, you know, when someone's ready, then if they want to go all in, then they get the daily text. If they're doing, because it's helping like get more HD orders as well, and things like that. So doing that. And then, yeah, our group with our coaches has been awesome. Like I'm just, you know, 100% focused on my personal growth, and this is what I'm doing. What are you guys doing? And just, yeah, I don't like no emotion. Like if they're not participating, oh no worries. Just keep focusing on my goals, keep going forward, and you know. And then I'm just giving most of my attention to, you know, the pay, like the all-in customers and the all-in coaches, and I've been doing better. Like my business is going better, and I'm not working as much. So it's good.
Hallelujah. No, that was good. You have so many things to have a local team, right? Like to be able to like go do all of these. I think it's really cool. Really, really, really cool. Sorry. Anything else? Anything that you were like, yes, Melissa, go.
Our team is, we've had some drama in our team for the last year and a half, like major drama. And I have decided to cut the drama, start fresh. Like I grabbed a couple of my leaders. It's been some crazy stuff that's happened in our team. So we are launching October 1st. There's something about a Monday and first day of the month that I'm like, I feel like that's like the perfect fresh start. So I'm getting my new team page done, and we're doing the social learning community, and doing a unit for the new coach training, so they can go in and the videos will play right there, so they don't have any excuse for getting lost. Having like an inviting unit to show like, this is an example of somebody liked your post. This isn't just so that those new coaches, they don't freeze. Having like an emerald unit. We're going to have a personal development unit. Just having different, the units are just so pretty inside of the team page, and so it's easy access. I grabbed 2 of the leaders on my team. One of them's not even a personally sponsored, but so we're just creating all of these things. We're going to have everything set and then put everybody in on that day. And we're also planning like Sundays, we're going to say, what is your goal for the week? And that way everybody's goals are different for the different level they're at. And then going through, yes, I'll get you a napkin. And then going through and like commenting and saying, okay, to reach this goal, here are a couple tasks that would be helpful, because I think a lot of times they get a goal and then they don't know what to do. And so just really trying to get a lot of, okay, getting some engagement going on. And then just making sure that we plan having our week, every other week, team meeting or team calls, and then we want to do an emerald in 24 hours every other week as well. So big things are changing.
I love it. Opportunity to start fresh. But I think the aspect of just starting at the beginning, and, you know, because people are going to be at different stages within this business as well. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you just to do you, boo. I'm excited for it. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. Okay. What else? We have about, let's say 5-10 minutes at most left. What else? I mean, what do you need from this community, the support, these ladies with where you're at right now? Nothing. You're all saints, right? You have it all figured out. Like, I don't even have it figured out. Come on now. What about, real quick, good personal development going into the end of the year? Let's talk about that. That's something I have not talked about on any call, and I would just love to hear what you are reading or listening to right now, if you have anything that you would like to suggest.
I don't remember who suggested it, but that How to Stop Feeling Like Shit. I think it was Julie Candia, maybe. Amazing book. Amazing. Like, obsessed with it. So good. So good. Like, we run a personal development book club, and I was like, that's not good for book club, because it's kind of like you want to work on it by yourself. Like, it's just so good. Like, if you guys haven't read that one, like, just you have to read it. It's so good.
It is really good. Okay, Melissa, what were you gonna say?
I started listening to the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and I've had it forever, but I finally listened to it, and oh my goodness, there are just so many things in there that I was like, this is why the last year has been dreadful, because the 2 other leaders on my team, it's just not clicking anymore. So I think that it's such an easy listen to. I've been listening to it on the drive to school.
It's one that has been on my list to reread for years. And I'm like, okay, I need to reread that. So thank you for that reminder. Magic words. What is magic words? I'm kind of interested in this.
So the author, Tim David, I don't know, Tim something. He's a comedian, and he has another one that I read too that's kind of along the same lines, but he's talking about 7 key words to use when we're talking to people that just engages them and makes them say yes, I guess. I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but it's like scientifically backed research, and he's a comedian, so it's fun to read too, but it's been really good.
Awesome. Thank you. I have never heard of that. Awesome. Life Coach School podcast. We'll keep hearing that one. This is good. Entre leadership. Amen. Oldie but goodie. I will add in, if I haven't said it yet on one of our calls, the power of positive moments. Fairly, like, it's one of those ones that you'll probably want to listen to, like the Go-Giver. I mean, it's like on that realm. But the happiness advantage, yep, love it. It's how to create distinctive moments outside of birthdays, holidays, divorces, because there's obviously peaks and valleys, but how to create specific moments that are monumental, that are, it's just and I'm listening to it, it's really great, really heartfelt, and just shows you what amazing customer service can do for obviously you to express how to engage it, but it's a really good one. So the power of positive moments, just to feel good. The big leap. Yep. Loving what is. Yep. Okay, this is good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Any other ones that I have on my docket right now? I don't think so. Okay. Well, ladies, this is our last little hurrah for Q3. Has it kind of flown by? 10 weeks? Really has, huh? I appreciate you showing up every single day. I appreciate you working hard, and I appreciate you finding the excitement and the fun within your business. And I keep referencing this because it's obviously something that happened today, but I am going to share that Julie call with you, and she talks all about fun and why that is one of the most key important things within your business. And so I'm going to share that with you, share with your teams if you feel, if you so do, great. But this is your opportunity to really set the precedence, the stage of what you want to accomplish at the end of the year. I would also remind you within your posting, start talking to those people that set strong goals at the beginning of the year but haven't done anything yet. You have an opportunity right now to say, if the 90 days is here, I'm ready to help you with your nutrition fitness goals, to help you earn additional income to pay for, I almost said Halloween, that's weird, for holidays, let's say, or Halloween, maybe they need a really nice costume, who knows. But it is your opportunity right now, and I just wouldn't downplay what you can do and how you can help others achieve success in these last months of 2018. Okay. I will get you the details on what is to come, obviously. Christine, if you wanted to ship him here, that I would just love to love on him. Look at that birdie. Oh my gosh. Anything else though? Any last parting words?
I wanted to say one thing that I forgot to say. That invite call that you sent was just amazing, and I just so appreciated it. Because I think like I realized once I heard I think it was Christine Carroll was like, it's confusing. Do we do this or do we do this? Like, do we make that big relationship with people or do we just flat out invite them? And I realized if she's feeling that, I'm feeling that, my coaches are feeling that. So like I totally did, like I do Monday nights are my team trainings, and that's exactly what I talked about last night. And it was really refreshing because I think it took some of the pressure off of them to feel like they had to do things a certain way. They could pick which was going to work best for them and then just run with it. And I think the fact that it was just like, I think Melissa said, just like stick to it, just whatever it is, just stick to it and do it and you'll be successful. So I just wanted to share that was so good.
Well, and it was so diverse, like, cause you have, I mean, if you look at, if there's anything that you take away from that, they're just like you. They have the same hesitations, the same fears, the what do I do? What, you know, and then you have little Kate Morgan that comes in here and is like, no, I just say this. And you're like, what? Like, she's so bold in her messaging, right? And it's like, at what point do we get that? Like, at what point do we feel comfortable with it? And I loved it because she called one of my other coaches, Melissa Brewer, out. And Melissa's like, yeah, I've always just grown kind of organically. I've shared about my 2B. I've never invited. And it was funny when they started talking, Kate's like, well, why don't you? And she's like, okay, I'm going to. And now she's actually inviting. Like, so it's just like so funny to kind of see these different, you know, ladies just kind of come together on such different teams, so diverse and so many different ways to invite. So thank you for bringing that up. If you haven't had an opportunity, if you need that, obviously do not hesitate to reach out. I'm actually going to post Julie's right here. So this is Julie's. Okay, that's in. That's your little extra credit. I mean, it's really, really good. It will fire you up. Other than that, I appreciate you showing up. If there's nothing else that you need from me, I will just say loves and kisses and have an amazing day. Does that work? Okay, ladies. See you later.